What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. Oh, I did not know that was about to come on. We are down here. We're down here to talk about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And I remembered something. I remembered that I said I wasn't going to review Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So what I'm going to do is continue to review it, but I'm not going to review all of the storylines. I'm going to review the storylines that other people I know, like the new people. We'll talk about them a little bit, I guess, but forget it. I don't like to park next to cars. Somebody's in my parking space. I'm going to call a tow truck. Okay, so we're down here. Who is this? Oh, Vince Staples. Shout out to Vince Staples, Long Beach. Okay, so we're down here to talk about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. It's not going to be a long review because some of the stories I checked out on, some of the stories, I watched it this morning, so I was like getting ready at the same time, so I wasn't paying attention to every single thing. Okay. Yandy storyline, the social justice storyline, I'm not interested in it. I've said that about Portia. I've said that about all of the reality stars who go into social justice and bring the cameras with them everywhere and do all that stuff. I'm not with that. So Yandy and Portia, they're kind of affiliated with Tamika Mallory and My Son and all of them, and I'm just not interested. I know that they are using it to bring awareness, but I think black people are ultra aware of the things that happen in the community. I'm not interested in hearing people yell no justice, no peace, and then wonder why they don't have any justice and wonder why they don't have any peace, and at the same time are the most religious people who understand that there is power in the tongue, and yet and still your community organizers are yelling no justice, no peace. Doesn't make sense to me. So anyways, remember what I told you, when things don't make sense to me, it's not good for my well-being until it makes sense and I understand where it comes from. I don't want to talk about it, right? All right, so anyway, so let's talk about Frost Bistro. The brothers' girlfriends are in there fighting, and they're paying family, and there's no work being produced. So Rasheeda and Kirk are upset about that because what they're trying to do, and I can appreciate what they're trying to do, I don't think that they're doing it correctly. And I'm surprised that the accountant, maybe the accountant did suggest this to them. You need to hire someone who has the skill set and the experience to be a restaurant manager. You cannot hire your teenage 19, 20-year-old son to be a restaurant manager, and all he's done all his life was play PS4 and basketball and went to the mall. That's not going to happen. So what you have to do, and what I think Candy probably is learning over there, and I'm surprised her and Rasheeda aren't, swapping notes and saying, hey, we need actual restaurant managers to come in here and manage the restaurants while we can hire our family, and you can have Kai shadow the restaurant manager. So you can have an intern restaurant manager. You can even put them on contract and say, I'm gonna need a restaurant manager. I want my son to be a restaurant manager, so I need him to have the experience. So he's gonna have to shadow you for at least a year. So I'm gonna put you on contract for a year, and I need you to train my son to be a restaurant manager. And for right now, I'm gonna hire you to be the restaurant manager, and he's gonna shadow you. But y'all want to, I don't know how much you're paying your children. I don't know, but I think it's better, and I think it's more economical and probably smarter to hire a professional rather than hire your family. I would hire my family too, but I would hire my family amongst professionals and people with the skill set. You got these girls in there that are their girlfriends, and they're fighting with each other. What are y'all fighting about? Number one. Number two, the first fight, you're out of the door, as with any other job. So y'all don't think y'all can get fired. And that's what Kirk told them later when he met with them. The next person that starts some shit, you fired. Period. Family or not. You got to go, because this is a business. This is a business. This is not the fucking house. We're not at the house. Y'all can fight at the house. No, y'all cannot fight at the house. Y'all need to go fight in the park or go fight in the middle of the street, but we're not fighting in restaurants and we're not fighting at home. And this is starting to affect our family. This is what Kirk and Rasheeda are saying. Kirk said, we paying these people and they're not producing any results. Well, you're only going to get the results that the person has the skills to provide. Do they have the skills? Okay, no results. That's just how it goes. And that's simple math. Everyone is holding ATL down. This is this girl named Omeretta The Great. She's, of course, looking for management. She's from, what do you call it? Atlanta. She's a tomboy, and she says that she, every time she finds a manager, they're always trying to put a blonde wig on her and some heels. She's dark-skinned girl, slim, long weave. But she's like, that's not me. I'm a tomboy. I love being a tomboy. I like sneakers, and that's what it is. I'm not doing none of that blonde hair, high heel shit. That's not me. Erica's sister is in town, Lisa, and Erica shares with her sister that Safaree, she doesn't know what's going on with Safaree. Some days he's on, some days he's off. I don't think he thought that this was going to be what it was. Nobody knows really what Safaree thought it was going to be, because I figure Safaree walked into this relationship as a show. This has all been a movie for Safaree, and he's the star of the show. He is literally the star of the show. And everybody is just extras. And when it is no longer, when someone else needs the attention and requires the attention in order to survive, it's almost as though these types of people become like, I don't want to say like resistant to the other, not even resistant is the wrong word, like put off by the other person. Like, you are dependent on me for survival. I don't really care about you. Like, it's weird that there are some people like that. They have children and they don't like the mother. They don't like whoever the parent is. They don't like them anymore. They look at the kids. They like this. I don't know. I don't know. She just said he seems resentful. Maybe he is resentful. Maybe that's the word. Like, I'm resentful that I actually have someone who depends on me. Like, I am no longer independent. Somebody depends on me, and I'm now attached to that person, because if I detach from them, they could actually die, because they are dependent on you for their survival. You know what I'm saying? It looks like I done had a greasy pork chop sandwich served in a dirty ashtray. What movie is that from? Anyway, so she shares with her sister that she's pregnant. She's 24 weeks pregnant. She did not know she was pregnant. She was so engulfed in Safaree's world that she did not listen to her own body and realize that she was pregnant. Now, we can take Erica's word with a grain of salt, right? So I'm just going by what she says. She didn't look pregnant to me. She was down there drinking with Sierra, and was she drinking? I need to go back and watch the first episode, because if she wasn't drinking in the first episode, then she knew she was pregnant. So all that, looky, I'm pregnant, honey. You need to be. Oh, I was about to say something. Bitch. You too far along. That's why you didn't tell nobody until you were too far along to. So now it's, girl. Her sister says, I had the same experience. I wonder if her sister was with a black man, because so the men are all socialized the same. But I wonder if her sister was with a black man, and she was like, she was alone when she was pregnant. She went through the same thing. Might have been just an old Latina man. Sure, let me stop playing. Oh, she's gonna tell Safaree. We see in the next episode from the previews, he's looking like he's about to vomit. He looks disgusted. So Kirk goes and meets with the accountant who tells him there are $1 million in the red. It's not a lot, right? Because you have businesses and things going like that. It's not a lot, but it's a lot, right? And we know restaurants, I think the average restaurant will stay open about 2 years before it fails. Restaurants are not easy to maintain past the 2-year mark. Typically, that's when restaurants fail. So they said they had closed the restaurant because of COVID. And now they're reopening, but now the brothers' girlfriends are in there fighting. They acting crazy. That's Cap. That's Big Cap. That's Big Cap. That girl, shut the fuck up. Just say the bitch is lying. Just y'all sound stupid as fuck. That's Big Cap. Back in the day, when you was capping, that means you was bagging on somebody. That means you was roasting somebody when you was capping on them. I don't know who changed the lingo to where now cap means like you're lying. That's cap. So I don't know who changed the lingo, but back in the day, I remember capping used to be you was bagging on somebody, you was roasting, you was talking shit. That's how I've always been. But now it's like cap, that what? Big Cap, that's Big Cap. That's Big Cap. That's Big Cap. Is that what it is? Is it Big Cap? Girl, how big is it? Because you keep saying it. Like every time you say it, it gets bigger. So he said there are $1 million in the red and the food is spoiling. The kids are fighting. And so he's going to have a staff meeting. Hopefully the accountant told him, you need to hire a professional. Period. So Omeretta sour, and she's sitting there with her mother. And so this is her storyline, or the part of her storyline. Up and coming rapper in ATL. She's holding ATL down. I'm surprised she hasn't called herself the queen of ATL like everybody else. It's okay, y'all all can be queens, okay? She's sitting down with her mother having a conversation. I was in the other room. I could see them. I see them on the TV. I couldn't get a real close up of her mother, but basically she has a song where she's talking about how her mother dissed them to be in a toxic relationship. Girl, you're not the first and you're definitely not going to be the last. So the story goes, and how many times have we heard this story? Mother gets a boyfriend or a partner. I was about to say mother gets a girlfriend. Mother gets a partner and neglects the kids. And he is disrespectful to the kids, and mom doesn't do anything about it. Mom is oblivious. She doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't see it. I don't know what you're talking about. And when the kids come back to confront her, she tells them that did not happen. Yeah, anybody else heard that story before? Anybody ever has had that experience before? Okay, right? Now, I don't mean to trigger you, and I don't mean to send you back to that place, but I'm saying this is the storyline for this girl, right? Mother is making excuses. The mother tells the daughter, you're just spoiled and stubborn, right? This is like, it's almost like, how the fuck does this story, is this a black experience? Or is this a woman experience? Is this a hood experience? Because you hear this story, right, of the mother getting a boyfriend, and then the boyfriend being disrespectful to the children, or the woman, right, dad gets a girlfriend, right, she comes in, she starts disrespecting the children. The biological parent is oblivious to how the children are being mistreated by this person you brought into their home. And then you make excuses for them and then reduce the children to being spoiled and stubborn. And then her mother even says she's never going to admit that. So they have conflict. So that's what's going on with Amaretto Sour. They have a meeting, a family meeting, and they on some hood shit. They're on some hood shit. The kids feel like there's favoritism because after the fight, Kirk suspended two of the couples, his son, the oldest son, and his girlfriend, and didn't suspend Kai, who's the manager, and his girlfriend. So they feel like it's some favoritism happening. Then I really want to say Kirk's daughter, I can't remember her name. She is so pretty. And Kirk's son is very handsome. Like he really made some nice looking kids. I don't know who their mama is, but they really are really nice. Their bone structure, their face, everything, her features, her nose, everything is just real. She's really pretty. The son is pretty too, but the daughter, like the features she got, she's really like, ooh, pleasing to my eyes. I was like, yes, girl, you better sit. So she says it's some favoritism going on in the household. So Kai is unprofessional. That's what the oldest sister says. She's a bartender, right? She says he's unprofessional. So he's unprofessional because he doesn't have the skills. He's unprofessional because this is not his profession. So he is not going to be professional at this. I really believe they need to hire somebody to come in that he can shadow. I believe that all these celebrities who open restaurants, please hire a restaurant manager. There are people who are in hospitality. This is what they do. These are people who this is their profession. Hire a professional. Instead of being cheap, Candy, Rasheeda, Kirk, instead of being cheap and trying to hire family and friends, hire professionals. Put them on a retainer or contract or whatever the hell you want to call it, and tell them, I need your assistance for a year, 18 months, or whatever the contract is, and I need you to teach my children because I'm trying to build generational wealth and a family business, and I need my children to know how to run this business, not just be my children, and so I figure, here, let me just put you in these positions. That is literally dumb. It's not smart. It's less than smart. Shout out to Wendy Williams. It's less than smart, okay? So one of the girls who has, she looks like Benzino's daughter. She got a little plaits in her hair, and she's hollering, it's big cap. It's big cap. Y'all lying. Y'all lying. Y'all sitting up here lying. I'm not going to let y'all lie on me. They arguing again. Rasheeda says, listen, y'all make me want to pull my motherfucking wig off in here. I ain't never seen no shit this ghetto in my fucking life. That's basically what she's saying. Y'all on some hood shit up here. We are trying to run a professional establishment. Y'all need to get your shit together. They need to be trained. That's all they need. I want to know why Kai is the manager. He's responsible. Does he exhibit someone who is responsible? Why did you put him? What is the rationale for putting Kai as the manager? I need to know. What has he shown you in his personality? Because he doesn't have any job skills. So what has he shown you in his personality that you would put him as the manager? It makes no sense. Kirk basically says, next person who starts anything up in here, y'all fired. End of story. And that was the end of the episode, y'all. Tell me what y'all thought of the episode, the other parts, whatever. Like I said at the beginning, I gave my disclaimer about the other parts. Anyways, take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.